I am honoured today to be joined with Dr. Hasan Almulla, President of the University of Technology of Bahrain. Dr. Hasan, it's really nice to meet you and excited for our conversation because I know there's been a lot of changes here at UTB.
Yeah, it's always good to see you. Yeah, it's been quite busy, I guess, almost 3 years now since I assumed responsibility of the university.
We'll start with, how would you describe the role of an education leader?
I think the main goal of an education leader is to make sure that objectives are achieved. It's bringing people together really to achieve these objectives. And the main objective of a higher education institution is really to produce people who could contribute to the prosperity of the economy and prosperity of the country. And therefore, in my view, that if a leader succeeds, and actually a leader of a university, and actually producing youth and individuals who could contribute to the development of the economy and development of the country as a whole, then I think that leader has succeeded in his or her mission.
So there's obviously been a lot changed here, including a whole new identity. So what influenced the desire to change the identity and create UTB?
Following the acquisition of the university from its previous owners in 2021 or late 2020, the university was part of an education system or an education institution that was different name, which is AMA, education system. So following the acquisition, first it was not appropriate to keep the name. So that's number one, from a, I would say, a legal perspective. The other thing is that we thought at that time, we need a new identity to really reflect the direction the university is going to. And University of Technology was the name that it wasn't difficult to come up with a name, because technology was really the main thrust of development in so many fields, and almost every field of the of economy today. So therefore, I mean, from engineering to business to law to education, if you look at every field, technology is central to the development and pivotal to the development of that particular field.
For sure. But of course, technology, it's not a specific fixed thing. Technology keeps changing.
It keeps evolving, it keeps changing, and the rate of development is simply unprecedented. Now, we are living in an era, period of technological development that is so fast that I think even higher education institutions are finding it challenging to keep up, in terms of curriculum design, updating your curriculum, making sure it is fit to the industry.
Why should students choose to study at University of Technology?
The way we deliver programs that are very appealing to many students. Number one, we are very flexible in terms of timing. So we operate 13 hours a day from 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. So people working in the industry find it easier to schedule their classes at night and in the evening, so they can do more. They can be full-time students as well as full-time employees, which is not very easy, especially if universities don't cater for this sort of timing. The other thing is we are very affordable in terms of cost. We're probably one of the most affordable universities in the island. The other thing is that most of our programs are internationally accredited. So we've got engineering accredited by ABIT, the American accreditation. It's a very valued accreditation. The European Council accredits our business program. We're going for the AACSB, which is probably the highest accreditation for business, and we're going for that as well. The other thing, I think the university offers unique programs that other universities still don't have in Bahrain. Just an example is Bachelor of Environmental Engineering. No other university offers this, and we can see what's happening in terms to the environment today and why environmental education and engineering is so important today than any time before. So we've got some, I think a lot that's going in the university. We've got a very modern campus. The location is perfect. for either Bahraini or Saudi students. So after the renovation, the campus is really conducive for students learning, and also, caters for all sorts of students, even students with disabilities and students with special needs.
How does UTB plan to support students with placement opportunities once they graduate from here?
The whole process starts before graduation. All our programs have industry advisory groups, and these are made from people from the industry, so they know the program, they actually call the shots in terms of developing the program to make sure it fits the labor market. The other thing is that we've got a very strong relationship with the alumni, and because they work in the industry, they are very willing to help us provide opportunities for our students. We've got an excellent relationship with major industries in Bahrain, oil and gas industry and the financial industry as well. So we use these relationships to place our students. Our curriculum, and especially in most of our technology programs, like engineering, IT, even business, the graduation projects, and even some other projects which are not during their studies are sourced out from real projects in the industry. So our students are not strange to industry. They know, the industry. Their project has been done with people from the industry. And therefore, these kind of relationships provide, if you like, a very close relationship between students and the industry, even before they graduate. And therefore, it's easier to find them, opportunities for placement once they finish their study.
And finally, Dr. Hasan, how do you ensure high standards of quality education at UTB?
If you can ensure that what's happening in the classroom is of high quality, then you can ensure the quality of your graduates. Of course, there are so many other things, like your processes, your policies, your facilities, your support systems. All of these produce. But number one is the quality of your faculty, the quality of your teachers. So you have to make sure that there are continuous professional development of your teaching staff. So that's number one. Number two is that your learning resources, your learning material has to be of very high quality. The sort of interaction between students and teaching staff, what sort of teaching methodologies do you adopt? Are you catering for all sorts of learning styles of your students? Some students learn by reading, some of them learn by watching a video. Do you actually cater for all of these styles of learning? The other thing is that, do you adopt like highly student-centered methodologies like project-based learning, problem-based learning, case-based learning? All of these ensure that your teaching is not a one-way direction where teachers are just reciting. The students are part of the process. You treat students as that they've got some information, they know something, and you just want to check what they know, and then you top this up. And that's the whole idea of having like problem-based learning and project-based learning, engagement of students in the actual learning process. All of these, have you integrated, for example, your employability skills in your teaching and in your learning? Do students graduate with these skills that are needed by the industry? So this is what we're adopting here. This is what we are trying to encourage and train our faculty to adopt these methodologies. And even your assessment has to be robust. Your assessment process, all of these will produce quality graduates. It is not an easy process. It is a continuous process where everybody is involved, your teachers, your students, your administrators, and it needs a lot of investment. So good education really requires good leadership in terms of education leadership, but also requires investing in your resources.